Good morning. My name is Magda. I'm a professor, associate professor in our architecture department where I teach design. And I'm really happy to have been invited to this wonderful gathering today to share the faculty perspective of what AUC is and what it means to us. And thank you, Jillian, for that wonderful presentation. So people often ask me if it's hard to teach young minds. And I know that it seems to some people to be a very challenging job, and it is. And I tell them that teaching is both the most important and challenging thing I do, but also the easiest thing that I do. It's the most important because I think there's so much responsibility. AUC faculty like myself, like my friend Jillian, like so many others here on campus that you'll meet shortly, we're shaping the minds of young people, and it's such an opportunity. We're guiding them to become their future selves. And those selves are going to go out and shape our own futures as well. But it's also the easiest job I do for the very same reason. Because we get to work every day with these wonderful young minds. We get to explore with them, to imagine and ask questions, and figure things out together. And that's such a privilege and so exciting. And I always say that my students are what get me out of bed in the morning. Their energy, and hopefully some of the future students that are in the audience today who may find their way into my classroom are going to be those young minds of the future. And I always say that AUC students are so special because I believe that AUC is really special. It's special because after 100 years that we celebrated last year, it's still the leading English-speaking, English language university in the region. And it's built around, as Jillian outlined, the liberal arts philosophy, which means that AUC students are always more than one thing. Our curriculum is designed this way, and no students are ever exactly the same. You have architects who understand philosophy and psychology, engineers who understand history and its place in the world. And because our curriculum is built that way, each of you can carve your own path to explore not only the subject that you choose to major in, but how it connects to so many other interests. And the reason this is possible, like Jillian outlined, is our core curriculum. It gives you this broad base of knowledge that you can build on and that you can choose from dozens of electives that our students outlined in the play. And our core curriculum runs in parallel to the majors that you choose to select to major in throughout your time here at AUC. At AUC, we offer 39 majors and 55 minors, and you can even choose to major in more than one thing and become, for example, a mechanical engineer with a degree in sociology who understands that when he goes out or she goes out to innovate, what the impact of that innovation is going to be on the societies that it serves. And unlike other universities, AUC also offers students the opportunity to major in one thing and minor in another. And you'll have the opportunity later today in our fair out in the plaza to ask questions and meet faculty and students who have made those choices, some of the choices that you may like to make yourselves in the future and your time here at AUC. Along that path of exploration, there are also opportunities to be exposed to all sorts of different cultures and points of view, not only because of our very international faculty and student bodies here on campus, but also because of all the multiple programs and partnerships we have with universities all over the world. We have 200 plus of these different types of relationships that really give such an exposure for our students. And AUC is so much more than only what happens and the learning that happens inside the classroom. The entire campus really is your classroom, and the city is like a laboratory for you to learn from, with spaces to explore all your talents and interests, not only through what you study, but also everything else that happens at AUC, which is a lot of times equally, if not more important, the activities, the sports, the clubs, the communities that you're able to engage with and participate in, where you learn so much. Let's do it this way. And this makes AUC not only the gateway to the region and the gateway to the world, but it's a pathway outside into the globe. And when you graduate from AUC, you'll be able to enter the job market and pursue a graduate degree in almost anywhere you choose. We have that kind of diversity, and we prepare you, not only with the skills, but also with the credentials. AUC is accredited in the United States and Egypt and across the region. All of our degrees are regionally and internationally accredited, which means that the AUC students' qualifications are completely portable around the world. And that means that AUC has a network of over 43,000 alumni in all the continents. And I hope that all of you here today will soon join that incredible network. And to inspire you to that goal, we have some of our illustrious alumni here with us today. And to kick that off, it gives me a tremendous honor and pleasure to introduce our first alumni speaking, Chairman and CEO of PepsiCo Egypt, Mr. Mohamed Shilbaya.